To match up with the Washington Redskins. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Go. 51, Mike, 51. Know your job.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Breaking that one up, the former All-Pro Josh Norman.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Alert blow, alert blow, alert blow.
Here's the second year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field. Half 85, half 85. 51, 51. What we got? What we got? What we got? Smooth. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Drink your regular.
Here's Allen to throw it. He's got his tight end fan, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's one heck of a 3rd down conversion, a pickup of 39.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check off 52.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Ty Johnson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Redskins have taken a 1st quarter lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, A 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
A yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Brown 80! We ain't giving up nothing today. Here we go. Here we go.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. He's got pass. He's coming.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Over the middle here to Brown. A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On second down, it's Smith. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. The tackle there by Fabian Moreau.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Bomber, 22-jet bomber.
On second down, here's Smith. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
46 to Mike. Hey, tight. Hey, tight. Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, wahoo. Pass 85.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long.
Switch. Middle. Don't get nervous. Mike 46. Here we go. Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Shift. Pass 85.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Let's go, first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First with Johnson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively. They try the left side with Johnson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Ready. 6. Mike's 50. Go. Watch the run. Watch the run. It's top, baby. That's baby. Jim.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And he finds McLaurin. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Complete to Terry McLaurin. A gain of 26 yards. And the Redskin 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Haskins on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make the score 14-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. We remind you that coming up later tonight, we've got a good AFC battle in Baltimore. The Super Bowl champs, New England, in town to take on the Ravens. Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Better ball security, but not much else to show for it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To the air, Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football. When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
First down, Washington.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Ty Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.